What's going on, Star Wars fans, and welcome to the ReelRebellion. Today we're going to be talking about an article that was released on Reddit a few days ago. Apparently it was from a former employee that worked at Lucasfilm, and he's kind of given us some inside information about the inner dramas going on at Lucasfilm. It talked about J.J. Abrams, Bob Iger, Kathleen Kennedy, and Rian Johnson. But before I get into anything, if you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily Star Wars videos. And if you do enjoy this video, at the end I ask you to leave a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. So, I'm not going to read the entire article for you because it is a little bit long. I'm just going to talk about the main points and the big things that I took away from this and just the things I want to talk about. So, the guy, of course, starts off with saying he can't really reveal who he is. But he started talking about how Kathleen Kennedy doesn't mesh well with J.J. Abrams. Apparently they have some drama or past problems. They worked on the film Super 8 together with Steven Spielberg. Apparently that is the only previous work they had before Star Wars, and they just don't like each other. I don't know if JJ doesn't like Kathleen, but Kathleen definitely doesn't like J.J. Abrams for the job, especially not for Episode 9. And I want to read this part where it's about Bob Iger and what he had to say about Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy. Bob Iger said that he is not the biggest fan of Rian, and that's putting it mildly. He doesn't like The Last Jedi and wanted a lot of things changed. The impression some of us got, and this doesn't mean that we're right, is that Iger on purpose wanted Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson to fail at their movies so that they could see that their vision is flawed. That seems like a waste of time and money and reputation to me. But for some people I know who still work at Lucasfilm are convinced that this was a setup by Iger to get Kathleen Kennedy fired before Episode 9 or shortly after Episode 9. Either way, he is not happy with her. So, that's pretty crazy that Bob Iger, the boss of basically Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson, doesn't like them. I don't understand why Bob doesn't just go ahead and fire them. I don't know why he doesn't go ahead and scrap Rian Johnson's trilogy that's supposed to happen. That's one thing that I don't really know if this article is legitimate, because stuff like that, if it's that bad at Lucasfilm, then why doesn't Bob just go ahead and fire these two people? It went on to say that Kathleen Kennedy, in all caps, was strongly against JJ taking over Episode 9. And she really wanted Rian Johnson to have the job for Episode 9. And Rian Johnson, he wanted the job. And thank God he didn't get it, because this film would be another huge disaster, and things would only get worse for Star Wars if he had the job. Went on to say that he is 100% for a diverse cast. He is, okay with strong female characters in movies. I'm okay with it too. I'm okay with all that stuff. But he said that The Last Jedi Rey and his fiancée, a woman, agrees that Rey was way over the top. That the feminist extremism is just over the top with Kathleen Kennedy. It's getting crazy. It's getting out of hand, and we all see it and notice it, and it's so distracting in the movies. And he also started talking more about JJ and how there was an article that came out. I don't know if any of y'all seen it, but basically J.J. Abrams had said that the fans who didn't like The Last Jedi were racist and sexist, misogynistic fans. And apparently that was taken out of context. What JJ actually said was that the fans who actually are racist, there is a small, group of fans out there that actually are racist, I'll say it. I mean, they're out there. They're a very small group. But he said that he was asked about that group of people, and that's what he had to say about them. He wasn't talking about all Star Wars fans who didn't like The Last Jedi as a whole. So, what I don't understand, if J.J. Abrams said that and it was taken out of context, why didn't J.J. decide to come out with a statement saying that it was taken out of context? That he is sorry that he offended anybody with that quote. Why didn't he try to basically, get rid of that quote and basically say that it was not true? I don't know. I don't know if he did try to come out and do something and just wasn't reported, but I am kind of suspicious of that. I don't know if that's true, but it really just seems to be hyping up. This whole article seems to be hyping up J.J. Abrams and talking very good about him. It says that Bob Iger and J.J. Abrams, they like each other, and that they share a lot of the same views and the same opinions that the fans do about the Star Wars franchise and Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson. And that's all good to hear, if it is true, but I just have some things that I'm just like, well, if Bob Iger doesn't like Kathleen Kennedy, why doesn't he fire her? I know we have some information that says that she is supposed to be gone as soon as September, but why doesn't he just go ahead and get rid of her now? Why is he letting her do all these things and fail? Why does he hate Rian Johnson and continue to let Rian Johnson's trilogy persist? I don't understand why he's doing that. And I just a few things that I'm curious about that's going on in Lucasfilm. Just some things I don't really know if this is a legitimate employee. I mean, some things he said made sense, and some things he said just didn't really make sense to me. So that's going to be it for me. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a big thumbs up. I would love you so much if you did that. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I try to upload a new Star Wars video every single day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will hope to see you all in the next one.